Hi, everyone. Welcome to Tactical Thursday. I'm Ray Selvadurai, Director of Coaching for Manhattan Soccer Club. The topic this week is transition, going from defense to offense. It's one of those moments of the game that we want to train in those 5 moments that we talk about, which is our MSC way, which goes into our training sessions and also our match game plan. Very difficult transition. It takes a lot of training. It takes a lot of recognition by players for the right moments for it to happen. But if players get this, understand this, if teams get this and understand this, they become a very successful team. This can create some great scoring opportunities. So again, we're keeping in line with our theme, which is when our team has the ball in possession. So we're defending, but then when we win the ball, we go to offense, we have the ball in possession. Now what do we do? So it follows our trend of our lectures so far. We worked on building from the back in possession, midfield play in possession, attacking play in possession, and now this is transition once we gain possession. Just as a matter of weekly review, this shows the MSC way, or those 5 moments that we build into our training program and into our match game plan. The game is played in 5 moments. This one you see in number 3 as part of our transition phase, which is number 3 and number 4. Again, we're focusing on winning the ball. So we're in defense, in our back end, in that build-up phase or in that consolidation phase, more in the defensive end. We win a ball, and we're trying to gain an advantage in order to create a scoring opportunity when the other team has pushed numbers into our defensive end, and if we can take advantage of that. So we're going to talk about the ways and the goals and the aspects and what players should look at. But to me, 3 and 4, winning the ball and losing the ball, those transition phases, to me, that's what really separates those great teams, right? Obviously, you want to be able to possess and in each phase of the field. You want to be able to defend in each phase of the field, 1 and 2. Set pieces become a bigger part of the game as we get older, for sure. We want those organized on each side of the ball. But 3 and 4, that's really a lot of the game is involved in transition play. So, again, we're still focusing on in possession and winning the ball, going from defense to offense. So this is the main content of our Tactical Thursday, the goals and aspects of going from defense to offensive transition play. This is what we build in. This is what we train in our training sessions and also our game plan for matches. So these are the way we teach this is certain situations, trigger points that players have to be aware of when we go from defense to offense. Once we win the ball, what should they be thinking about? So again, this is very difficult because it requires all players all over the field, irrespective of position, irrespective of phase of the field, to make sure they're prepared for those moments and understand what they need to do in this moment. Once we win the ball, that's the trigger. So the first thing, we win the ball. We're in defense. So that usually happens further in our end. So you got to ask yourself, question number 1, what phase of the field do we win the ball in? Are we in the back third, that build-up phase, that consolidation phase? If so, right, that means we have a long way to go to goal, okay? And the other thing as well is the other team has pushed numbers up against us into the offensive end of the field for them, which is our defensive end. So with their throwing numbers forward, we just won the ball in defense, and now we go to offense. So it's important that we get numbers out quickly, exploit space, and go quickly. So it's awareness. Where are we on the field? So you see the buzzword in number 1 in orange, awareness. What phase? Number 2, the quality of our first 2 passes after we win the ball moving forward has got to be very, very good. So we got to keep possession. That's the first orange word in number 2. Advancement. Move the ball into another phase of the field with speed. Okay? And quick decision making, which is also an orange there. So those first 2 or 3 passes are so key in going forward. Can we connect? Can we get going? Can we move the ball into the attacking phase of the field, right? Into that incision and finally into that finish phase and create a scoring opportunity. Number 3, can we exploit space? Open space. Where on the field? On the pass, which moves the ball out quicker, or on the dribble. With numbers, getting numbers out, irrespective of positions. Even if you're outside defenders, get forward. Think about presenting yourself to create opportunities to score. So it's about getting numbers forward. So it's overloading, meaning where can we get situations where we have numbers up going the other way? 2 versus 1 situations, 3 versus 2 situations, okay? We have to recognize that and drive at people and try to get some fluidity, which is a term we're going to use down the road. So once we've advanced the ball now, okay, into the attacking third, if you can visualize this, number one, have we created an overloaded situation to run at other teams' defenders with speed? Right? And I say with speed, meaning we have a numbers up situation. So you have to attack those players. If we can get at the other team's defenders in particular, the other team's center backs, the other team's outside backs, and go at them with numbers and create open situations and overloaded situations with fluidity, meaning don't slow it up. Go with speed. Because if you slow it up, right, in an overloaded situation, it's not overloaded anymore. Then it becomes even numbers. So take advantage of those moments. And that's something we have to train. And that's something that has to be in a mindset. Very difficult, but requires players to be sharp and have that awareness. And then we get in the attacking third, overloaded situations. We use a phrase from our attacking phase session in possession. Break lines. Break the lines in between two defenders to create scoring opportunities. And with some really, really good execution, maybe we get a scoring opportunity in number one there. And number two, we have to be aware as well. We break out in transition. We get into the attacking third of the field, but maybe we don't have a numbers up situation that we can't take advantage of. So we have to be smart. And at that point, maybe we slow things up, create more possession, get more numbers forward until we can break lines maybe from a different way, maybe change the point of attack in the attacking third of the field. But we have to be sharp about that. So the situation in the attacking third, when we advance the ball after we win it in transition, is it fluid? Is it numbers up for us? Can we attack that? Or is it numbers down and we need to make some good decisions and slow things up and possess closer to goal? So again, below in orange, it says, easily said. Everything I'm saying here is so easy, right? It's a plan that's laid out, but it's so difficult to execute properly. It requires players to get quick analysis of the field, quick decision making to take an advantage, and we need fluidity, right? Because if we can go at them with speed, go at the other team's defenders with speed, we have to take advantages. 2 versus 1 situations, 3 versus 2, exploit open space, right? Either on the flanks or up the middle, right? Or we need to slow it up because we don't have numbers up, okay? And we need some more help, okay? So a lot here, but this is our plan. Know those buzzwords, know everything that we're seeing here, because when you go to our exercise and watch a video, keep this next to you. See how it comes out. See if you can identify those moments when you're watching a game or watching a video that shows transition. So this is a helpful exercise for you to do on your own to understand the tactical goals and aspects of going from defense to offense in transition that was on the prior slide. You need to start to visualize this. I tell players all the time, you need to watch the game. Okay, become a student of the game. So those goals and aspects and those moments when a team is going from defense to offense in transition to gain some fluidity, to take advantage, to advance the ball into that attacking phase, that incision phase, and that finishing phase, usually because we're winning the ball more in the consolidation phase of the defensive end with the other team throwing numbers in so we can take advantage of the fact that they've thrown those numbers in and they are susceptible with numbers down on defense. So here's an exercise. Real Madrid, I'm a huge fan. Bayern Munich, huge fan as well. There's a nice video here. It's about 5 minutes long and some really good examples of both these tremendous world clubs going from defense to offense, seeing the decision making, right? Take the prior slide, okay, and those goals and aspects and things you need to notice and recognize and what's difficult to do and difficult to execute, but with training and constant visual reinforcement and watching games, you'll notice those moments, and you'll get those visuals and you're able to handle it. So watch this video, okay, and take that prior slide of the goals and aspects and look to identify them, write them down or pause. What moment did you see that happen, okay? And you'll see these moments in the video. If you can recognize them and you're able to verbalize it and recognize it and get that visualization, you're off to a great start. At the end of every Tactical Thursday lecture, I always say the same thing to close. Understand your tactics, players. Be a student of the game, okay? Here's my phrase. It's our tactical goals. It's how we're successful in the field, what we want to shoot for in our training sessions and our matches, and how we try to get better from each match, and we use that as an evaluation tool. So again, here's my phrase. Individual and team match tactical success occurs when the following, and in red. Players are able to technically execute proper skill and tactical knowledge/awareness. on and off the ball in every moment, which are those 5 moments that we talk about. This week, it's going from defense to offensive transition and taking advantage and identifying those moments that we can get some fluidity and get to goal, okay, when the other team is push numbers forward. Of the game in each phase, those 4 global phases of the field that we talk about, that's taught in every single youth academy throughout the world, regardless of position. So again, those 5 moments, that's how we train the MFC way, our game and training plan to achieve success in each phase of the field, and those 4 phases that we just talked about, the universal concepts of the game. Thanks everyone for tuning into this week's Tactical Thursday lecture of going from defense to offensive transition. If you have any questions regarding today's lecture, don't hesitate to email me, ray.selvadurai@manhattansc.org. Stay sharp, work your soccer brain, know your tactics, become a student of the game. We'll see you next week.